People are in absolute shambles about this. Twitter is going crazy about this. Twitter's going nuts. And supposedly, I don't go on Reddit. I don't traverse the old school RuneScape Reddit, but apparently Reddit is going crazy about a different part. So Twitter is going nuts about the stackable clues, and Reddit is pissed off about something else. So here we go. Poll 84 introduces a huge set of improvements covering clue scrolls, PVM, banking, and more. Poll 84 is packed with quality of life improvements, PVM tweaks, clue scroll upgrades, and more. Whether you're skilling, bossing, or just banking in style, we got something for everyone. Dive in and help shape the next round of updates, okay? Stackable clue scrolls have been a highly requested feature for years, but they've also been one of the more divisive topics in the community. We know there are strong feelings on both sides. We want to take a moment to explain how we got here and why we want to make this change and how we'll ensure it remains balanced for the future. How do we get here? Picture this. It's March 2024, the birds are singing, the goblins are goblining, and we've decided to change clue scrolls so they despawn after 1 hour instead of 3 minutes. Why? Well, a small but dedicated group of players had figured out a crazy method of juggling clue scrolls. It was niche, it was weird, but instead of breaking that little loophole, we thought, why not just make this official? Surely this won't spiral out of control. Spoiler alert, it did. Damn, who could have seen that coming? The entire clue hunting community took one look at this and started juggling clues like it was their full-time job. What was meant to be a small quality of life fix suddenly became the new sweaty meta, and before we knew it, our inboxes were full of complaints from players who hated clue juggling, but now felt like they had to do it to stay competitive. This is the most insane thing I've ever read in my entire life. Felt like they had to do it to stay competitive. Just do the clue. Just do the fucking clue. Like, you don't have to juggle them. No one's forcing you to do this. Just do the clue. It's insane. It's insane. Lesson learned. Just because something is less annoying doesn't mean it's not still annoying. We knew we had to do something about it. However, simply undoing the change felt like pulling the rug out from under players who had already adapted to it. Thus, instead of relying on inventory tricks and despawn timers, we're proposing a way for players to legitimately stack a limited number of clue scrolls. Introducing the scroll box. Enter the bone whip. Who remembers that? Who remembers the fucking bone whip, bro? Yeah, what's up, New Improved Wilson? Thank you for the tier 1. Instead of juggling clue scrolls like a circus performer with scroll boxes, you'll be able to stack your clues in a limited control way. Here's how it works. If you've completed the quest X marks the spot, you'll start receiving scroll boxes instead of regular clue scrolls. If you haven't completed X marks the spot, you'll still receive standard clue scrolls. You can hold a maximum of 5 scroll boxes, or 4 and 1 clue scroll. Geodes, bottles, and birds' nests, they'll now give you scroll boxes instead of loose clue scrolls. It's worth noting this proposed system is actually weaker than the current juggling method, but it's significantly less annoying. You won't be able to stack dozens of clues for long grinding sessions, but you'll have a legitimate way to hold on to multiple clues without resorting to tedious inventory tricks. Sounds great, right? Well, hold on, because you won't be able to just stack clues for free. Watson says you've got to earn them. Unlocking your stacking power. You know you're eager to hoard clues like a dragon sitting on a pile of treasure, but stacking clues is something you'll have to earn. Why? Because clue scrolls are special. That magical moment when you see your first clue drop, the rush of excitement, the dreams of untold riches, the immediate panic when it's a coordinate step shouldn't be lost in a pile of stacked scrolls. We want the newer gamers to feel that rush of it's treasure hunting time. However, once you've proven yourself as a seasoned clue chaser, you'll unlock the power to stack clues like a true treasure hunting pro. This is so much, holy shit. To increase your stacking limit, you'll need to complete the following challenges. Defeating the Mimic. This will increase your clue scroll stack cap across all tiers by 1. Complete a set number of clues per tier. This would unlock additional stacking for that specific tier. Beginner, 50 completions for the first cap increase. Easy, 100. Medium, 100. Hard, 50. Elite, 50. Master, 25. Think of it as leveling up your clue hunting skills. The more you engage, the better your stacking ability gets. We've slightly reduced the number for rarer clues like Masters and Elites, since we know these can be quite a grind, but we're always open to feedback. Here's a quick example for you. Base level, no cap increases. You can hold up to 2 clues total, whether that's 2 scroll boxes or a scroll and 1 box. First cap increase to 3, second cap increase to 4, defeat the mimic to 5. Cool. Addressing concerns. One key change we want to be upfront about is the reduction of clue scroll despawn timer back to 3 minutes. This will happen regardless of whether stackable clues pass the poll or not. We recognize this will be a controversial change, but after reviewing player behavior and feedback, we believe the 1 hour despawn timer led to unintended and frustrating play patterns that weren't healthy for the game. Our goal is to ensure clue scrolls remain an engaging and rewarding activity rather than something that encourages excessive juggling or forces players into tedious inventory management. That's also why stackable clues are being proposed to offer a practical alternative. If this update passes, you'll be able to store up to 5 clues per tier in your inventory, reducing the need for constant back and forth interruptions. The intent here is to smooth out the experience, not trivialize it. Whether you're finishing a Slayer task without needing to leave multiple times, or completing a raid without abandoning your group for an elite clue, the 5 clue limit helps strike a balance between convenience and challenge. This is just the first step into improving clue scrolls. We want to refine the system to enhance your gameplay without making it trivial. We'll continue to monitor how the system works, plays out, and make changes if necessary. But to be absolutely clear, we will not be increasing the stack limit beyond 5. This is a firm cap and we have no plans to expand it further. That sounds fucking perfectly reasonable to me. That sounds perfectly reasonable to me. You know what I'm saying? Who ever, literally ever, who needs more than 5 clue scrolls before you go do them? You're having a big top sesh with the boys. You're never, ever getting 5 elite clue scrolls. You want to go get hard clues? Go kill jellies for 5 of them. That takes so long. Then just go do the fucking clues, man. Why are people up in arms about this? Stacking, like, dropping the clues looked so fucking tedious and boring. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy that people are up in arms about this. You know what I'm saying? Why would it be bad to stack 500 clues in the bank from 99 Slayer? They obviously have their reasons, right? They obviously have their reasons. I'm not a clue scroller. I don't know what the fucking reason is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the reason, but they obviously have their reasons. Otherwise, they would just do it. So there's obviously something going on in the back end where they don't want people to stack the clues too much. The way that it currently works is fucking awful. So they say, hey, how about you just stack them in your inventory? Who the fuck needs more than 5 clue scrolls? You know what I'm saying? Who? Just do the clues, man. This is a great update, in my opinion. But that being said, I don't do fucking clue scrolls. So maybe it's a terrible update. But to me, looking from the outside, I don't see the issue with this. You know what I'm saying? My 3-step meta, I can't keep it anymore. What's a 3-step meta? Is that people that just have a whole bunch of clue scrolls on the ground and then they drop them and they don't complete the tough ones? Is that what's happening right now? People just have a whole bunch of different steps on the ground and they just only complete the easy ones? Clues are meant to give people a quick break from grinds, not make it a grind. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I really hate clue scrolls. So like, I guess I'm not the person to talk to about this, but from the outside, this just looks like a reasonable change. This seems like I don't understand what people could possibly be crying about. You know what I mean? Get a good 3-step clue and keep it in the bank. When you get a 3-step clue, drop it, pick up the good 3-step to do the 3 steps, drop it, pick up shit and combine it. Right, yeah. So master clue scrolls, when you get the steps where you have to get 3 different pieces and combine them, you can just keep a really easy one to do, and anytime you get a shit one to do, you get all the pieces. Yeah, I was doing that during leagues, so, you know. Mass opening a bunch of masters from the caskets? Well, you can do that, no? You still can do that. I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue. Anyway, we'll continue reading, because maybe there's more. Maybe there's more. Skip tokens. One of the biggest frustrations with clue scrolls is reaching a late step only to be hit with a task you can't complete or just really don't want to do. Some players resort to juggling clues to avoid these situations, which isn't exactly engaging gameplay experience. To address this, we're introducing skip tokens, a new item designed to give players more control over their clue solving experience without removing the challenge entirely. Each clue tier will have its own skip token obtained through clue scroll chests. These tokens will be tradable and stackable, making them a valuable commodity for players looking to streamline their clue runs. Here's how they work. Skip tokens allow you to skip a single clue step within a scroll. They cannot be used on the final step of a clue to preserve integrity of the reward structure. A warning message will appear if skipping would complete the clue, helping to prevent you from accidentally wasting a skip token. By introducing skip tokens, we're offering an alternative to juggling, while also adding a new tradable reward to clues. Whether you're an Iron Man looking for a smoother clue experience or a merchant eyeing new profit opportunities, these tokens should bring both convenience and value to clue scrolls. Okay, so this just skips an entire task. It doesn't re-roll it. What they're saying is this goes skip a single clue step within a scroll. So if you get all beginners are now one-step clues. All easy scrolls are two-step clues. All medium scrolls are three-step clues. All, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. Tradable clues skip tokens. So having GP can get you clues through implings, then skip all the steps and only do the last one. No, I think you can only use it once. Read my previous. This is what Reddit's talking about, but they're regarded. They will add so much GP to the average casket. I don't know, man. They're basically just making the clue scrolls one step. All clue scrolls now have one less step. You know? I don't know, man. That's crazy. What this means for you, this update isn't about making clue scrolls easier. It's about addressing past mistakes and refining the experience. The longer despawn timer led to unintended frustrations, and we're rolling that back while also introducing stackable clues in a way that keeps the gameplay loop engaging and rewarding. With stackable scroll boxes replacing raw clue scrolls, you'll have much more control over your clue inventory without relying on workarounds. Imagine you're deep into a Bandos or Next Trip, and that clue scroll drops on a KC1. Instead of interrupting your run, it'll now stack neatly, ready for when you decide to take it on. Skip tokens provide an additional layer of flexibility, acting as a tradable resource that gives players more agency in clue solving. These aren't a free pass, but they do add extra reward space, something valuable for both clue hunters and those looking to trade. If you hit a step that doesn't fit your current plans, you'll have the option to skip it, keep the momentum going while preserving the challenge. At its core, the update is about removing unnecessary frustrations while keeping the clue scrolls just as rewarding and as exciting as ever. The challenge remains, but you'll have more control over how you take it on. I mean, Reddit's angry that you can buy skip tokens, but they're going to be so spenny that they'll boost clue profit by 1,000%. Twitter angry they can't stack 1k clues on the ground no more. I'm just happy I can give Watson 5 elites and get 5 more before having to do a master. Listen, man, I came into this after seeing everyone crying about everything on Twitter, expecting to be like, damn, Jagex is so out of touch, but this is fine. This seems perfectly reasonable to me. I don't know about these skip tokens, but I'm not a clue scroller, so you know what I'm saying? I'm not a clue scroller, but what? This seems perfectly reasonable. What is everyone crying about? I don't get it. I guess people just want to cry, you know? I guess people just want something to cry about. But what can you do, you know? Anyway, PVM reworks, Abyssal Sire, okay. The Abyssal Sire has always been a unique boss, but we recognize that its mechanics can feel a little outdated compared to more modern encounters. Our goal is to refine the fight while maintaining its core identity, making it more engageable and enjoying without completely overhauling what makes it special. With that in mind, here are some of the changes we'd like to propose. Sire is currently untargetable during its transition phases, forcing players to sit and wait. We want to make it targetable during these phases to keep the action going. Sire's sluggish movement feels unnecessary and tedious. We'd like to increase its speed to match a player's run, reducing downtime between mechanics. The long phase takes too long, dragging the fight out unnecessarily. We're looking into shortening it while still ensuring it remains a meaningful part of the encounter. We're planning on implementing a minimum hit of 50% of your weapon's max hit, which will allow endgame setups to more reliably one-phase them. Demon Bane weapons will also be able to one-shot these vents. To compensate for these changes to ensure the fight doesn't become too short, we'll be increasing Sire's HP and introducing a 50% damage reduction during its transition phases. This should help maintain the challenge without forcing unnecessary downtime. This seems perfectly reasonable to me. Because they want to keep the fight the same length. They don't want to shorten the fight. But the fight is fucking boring because you kill the vents and then you wait for Sire to come out. Then you attack it till it gets 50% HP. Then you wait for it to walk. So they just increase the hit points, make the fight the same length, and make the fight more engaging. Love that. That's great. That's awesome. Cool. Melee at Zulrah. Here we go. After seeing some interesting results in League's Raging Echoes, we now want to make a potential change for the main game, allowing halberd attacks to do damage to Zulrah. Currently in the main game, Zulrah can't be damaged with melee at all, even with these weapons. We want to change it. We want to change that by introducing a new mechanic. We want to change that. Sorry. I feel like this is missing a comma. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking crazy. We want to change that by introducing a new mechanic that allows players to engage Zulrah with melee directly. So what would this mean for you? If this change goes through, you'll be able to deal damage to Zulrah with halberds. However, before you start gearing up with your best melee setup, it's important to understand this won't replace your traditional mage or range strategies. Does melee outcompete mage or range? In short, not exactly. We've tested the best main hand halberd available, the Noxious Halberd, paired with higher tier gear like Torva and Oathplate, and while melee offers some benefits, it doesn't outcompete the current best in slot setups for mage and range. There is one exception. During the Crimson phase, melee can outperform some magic setups. This means that depending on your gear, melee could be a viable alternative in this phase. If you're considering incorporating melee into your strategy, it might be worth checking your setups and running the numbers to see if it fits your playstyle. But when would melee actually be useful? Melee could be useful in specific situations, especially if your melee gear is significantly stronger than your mage or range setup. The Crystal Halberd's special attack could also help in finishing off phases, but it's not a game changer overall. What's the point of this? Ultimately, it's about offering players a fun alternative and giving you more ways to approach Zulrah. While it's not meant to replace the existing strategies, it's a fresh option for those who want to experiment or switch things up. We're always exploring new ideas and testing them out to see what works best. This change would give players the freedom to try a different playstyle without drastically altering the core mechanics of the Zulrah fights. Okay, so what I want to do now is get full Torva out and a Crystal Halberd. We'll have a look at the accuracy you would have against Zulrah, and we'll figure out what like the average spec would be. So let's get the gear set up. Let's view DPS. That should load us up here. Search for a monster, Zulrah, Magma. Okay, so if we swipe aggressive, pray piety, and chuck a super combat in there, we got a 70% accuracy. Change amulets. Yep, you're right. Chuck the Rancor on. Let's put the Rancor on. Amulet of Rancor. So 72% accuracy against the Magma phase. Zulrah. Serpentine. 72%. Zulrah. Tanzanite. 72%. So it's melee. Wait, is its melee defense the same across the board? It is. So its melee defense is exactly the same across the board. So you are the same accuracy on all phases. That's crazy. Suffering also, no. I mean, if you're going to be using this just for specs, you'd bring the Bellator switch for the accuracy, right? Show special attack. I don't understand this. So you got a 72% chance to hit. It's saying the max hit is 0. Let me just pick literally any other monster. The max hit is 60 with the Crystal Halberd. What does the special attack do? 25% decreased accuracy for the second hit. So you've got... Hang on, wait. So the max hit is 60, which is crazy. And then you've got a chance to hit a 60 again, but 25% reduced accuracy. I don't know specifically how this is going to work, but we know for sure that the first hit, you spec on Zulrah, you've got a 72% chance to hit you got a 72% chance to hit a 30, basically, because you hit between 1 and your max hit. So 30 times by 0.72. You're going to average a 21 when you Crystal Halberd spec. Damage cap is 50. Yes, but if you hit a 60, you will hit a 50. So it rolls. This is how it works at Zulrah. If you would have hit a 60, it re-rolls that hit to hit any number between 45 and 50. If you would have hit a 57, it re-rolls that number to hit anywhere between a 45 and a 50. If you would have hit a 51, it re-rolls that number to hit anywhere between 45 and 50. So any damage over 50 does help. It makes your max hit higher. But you'll never hit higher than a 50, if that makes sense. So yeah, the Crystal Halberd spec here, not really a game changer, I don't think, by the looks of it. 21 hits on average, but then you have another hit that does a 25% less accuracy. So I guess the next hit would be like a 17 average. So you're going to get like maybe even a 15. So you're looking at like a 36 average spec with the Crystal Halberd in max strength. If you want to bring the full max strength along, this is probably only going to change like speed runs. You know what I'm saying? I think it's only going to change speed runs. Run the numbers with Shadow compared to best in slot melee. I will not do that because it says right here specifically that it doesn't compete with the magic setups unless it's in the Crimson Red phase. So I don't think we need to do that. It sounds like they've run the numbers for us, brother. You know what I'm saying? Okay. This seems reasonable. You know what I'm saying? This seems reasonable. Should we allow players to use melee at Zulrah? Why not? Why not? Not so challenge mode chambers. Next up, we got something for all you raiders out there. We're excited to introduce a new toggle in the raid creation interface that would allow players to generate a challenge mode style layout for regular chambers. This means all the rooms would appear in the same predictable order, just like a CM, while the bosses will still scale to regular Cox difficulty. What? Why? I don't understand this. Who's this for? I rate this highly, so fucking highly. This is great. Means no more scouting? I mean, for sure, but the people that are doing okay, here's my thought process on this one. The people that are doing regular chambers, why would they want to do the CM layout? It's far slower. It's far slower than just scouting a raid, right? And the people that want to do the CM layout would just do CMs. I don't know, man. This just seems silly. But I guess, hey, listen, man. If the noobs want it, I got no issue with it. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Can practice shit like the rope skip? You can practice that in a CM. Like, what's the difference? I don't understand. It's less punishing than CMs if you just want to do chillers. I'm a noob and want it. Sometimes I CBA with CMs. Us noobs are a different breed. As a noob, I have no idea what they're asking. Yeah, listen, man. this update's obviously not for me. If I want to do a CM layout, I will just do a CM. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would just let you pick your scout. Just have a set list of scouts and let you pick a scout. I just, you know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. I don't know. Good speedrun cup category? What? Regular CMs? Regular modes? That's crazy. That's crazy. So why should you care about this? Well, this change isn't just for speedrunners. It also offers valuable benefits for those looking to practice CM mechanics in a less stressful environment. By having a fixed layout for all rooms, you can get comfortable with the flow of the raid, perfect your gear choices, and learn when to use certain potions or tactics. This is especially helpful for new players who want to practice CM procedure and familiarize themselves with the timing, preparation, and strategy without the stakes of a full challenge mode raid. For speedrunners, this toggle provides a consistent layout, eliminating the need to re-roll certain rooms and make the whole process a bit smoother. It's a chance to refine the strategy with fewer variables in play without the pressure of CM-specific challenges. For those who just want to learn every room or want to avoid re-rolling for specific layouts, this option provides a great alternative. You'll be able to practice each room in the same order and get the most out of your learning experience. Now, you might be wondering, does this mean a new points meta? The answer is no. This won't change the impacts on current metas or strategies in CoX. It's purely an option for those who prefer a more predictable layout. And while it could make raids slightly more efficient due to fewer prep requirements and no re-rolling, it won't change the overall dynamics of the raid. In essence, this change allows players to get the taste of challenge mode mechanics in a lower stakes setting, making it a fantastic option for those looking to improve the raiding experience. Whether you're a seasoned speedrunner, a CM learner, or just someone who prefers a bit more consistency, this toggle is here to enhance your chamber's experience. Yeah. Does this mean a new points meta? No. And the reason it doesn't mean a new points meta is because the current meta is absolutely fucking ridiculous. The current meta is scaling the raid all the way up to 100 and doing it with 5 people. And that is like 100 times more points than doing CMs. It's fucking crazy. And they won't address it. They won't address it. Still, they've tried to make mega scales fucking terrible how many times, you know? It's crazy. They should make this change to TOA and TOB too. Yeah, they should make TOA and TOB have specific layouts as well. I agree. Hello, my love. Hey, what's up? Why'd you just look at me like that? Demonic Gorillas. We're making some improvements to the Demonic Gorillas that we hope will make your trips a lot smoother and less frustrating. First up, Demonic Gorillas become non-aggressive once you completed the Monkey Madness 2 quest. No more worrying about constantly being attacked, allowing you to take your time and focus on the fight without the hassle of being pounced on. Fair enough. We're also standardizing how often they swap prayers. Right now, their behavior is a bit unpredictable. They switch prayers after 50 damage taken or 6 successful hits from the player. Really? I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that they swap after 6 hits. I guess it's because I've never done 6 hits on it without doing 50 damage, but we're tightening that up. Moving forward, Demonic Gorillas will only switch their prayers after 70 damage taken, and we're moving the 6 successful attacks trigger entirely. This should make the fight more consistent and less frustrating, especially for players trying to optimize their kill speed. Who's doing this though? Who's doing 6 hits, 6 successful hits, and not doing 50 damage? Like, what the fuck? That's so strange. That is so strange. Ultimately, these changes are about making the Demonic Gorillas feel less like a grind and more like an enjoyable change. We can't wait to hear how they feel. So let us know your thoughts after facing these beasts. We're fairly sure you'll enjoy these changes. So we're planning on leaving this one unpolled. Okay. Interesting. Chiseling for Ether. Here we go. We've proposed this change in the past, and ever since it remained one of the most frequently requested follow-ups. So we're bringing it back for a formal poll. Charging a Revenant weapon currently requires a hefty 1,000 Revenant Ether, and we've heard from many Iron players that the upkeep cost makes these powerful drops frustrating and difficult to use. It's time we gave you an additional source. Here we go. We're proposing a new feature that lets you chisel down ancient statuettes into Revenant Ether, offering a solid alternative to simply trading them in for gold coins via the Emblem Trader. This change gives you more flexibility if you've already secured a Revenant weapon. This will be a new way to help sustain use of it. Here's how the breakdown would look. Ancient Emblem is 500,000 GP or 1,000 Ether. Totems 1 million or 2,000. Ancient Artifacts is 2 million. Okay, you get the gist. What's this done to the Ether prices is the real question. What's this done to the Ether prices? Nothing. Literally nothing. Yeah, this seems pretty reasonable to me. I think this is going to be so funny because I just know there's some sort of fucking chunk locked Iron Man that's made it to the wilderness and already traded in all of their totems for money. I fucking know it for sure. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. New agility shortcuts. We know how much you love a good agility shortcut. Who are they writing these for? You know what I'm saying? So we're looking to add even more ways to bypass those pesky fences, walls, and obstacles slowing you down. Here are some of the locations we're proposing. Castle Draken, scale the wall. One way like a true vampire hunting parkour. What the fuck? Vara Castle Garden, Proud Spire, Fossil Island, Mauritania Slayer Tower. Okay, cool. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Banking in the Grand Exchange. Gee, this is a long post. We've been doing this for 31 minutes already. Jesus. Grand Exchange edits. Markets can move fast and we want to make sure you're not left behind. We're working on a feature that will let you edit your Grand Exchange offer prices directly from the status page without needing to manually cancel and re-enter the whole thing. To be fully transparent, this will still cancel and resubmit your offer in the background, and your position in the purchase/sale queue will be updated accordingly. But all of this will happen automatically. No more faffing with manual re-entry. It's the same functionality made far less clunky and much faster. This is cool. I like this. But this whole purchase sale queue doesn't make any sense to me. Because for those of you that don't know how it works, let's just say, hypothetically, we'll pick an item like a feather. No, because they'll buy for 1 GP. Fuck it, we'll just do feather. Okay? So let's say I have an offer in for feathers at 1 GP. And I want to buy 1,000 of them. And then someone else has an offer in for 10,000 feathers. That's not the right screen. Let's put that over here. So let's say there's 2 offers in. I put this offer in first, okay? I put an offer in for 1,000 feathers. This guy put an offer in for 10,000 feathers. What will happen is if someone sells 1 feather, right? If someone sells 1 feather, because I put my offer in first, I will get that 1 feather, right? Then I will get put to the back of the queue. And the person that was next in line would get the next feather offer that comes through. If the next person sells 10,000 feathers, the person that put their offer in second will finish their offer before I finish mine. Because I got 1 feather, I go to the back of the queue because my offer has already changed. So moving people in the queue, I don't understand how this works because you already get moved in the queue. Are you sure that's how it works? Yes. I buy things on 10 accounts a lot. So when I put offers in on my 10 accounts, I watch them go through. It's very weird how it works. I don't know. But yeah, this is a good change. They need to make platinum tokens usable on the Grand Exchange so we can start buying Third Age again. Empty bags, sacks, boxes, and pouches. Ever wrap up a trip, head to the bank and realize you've got to manually empty a mountain of containers just to get everything stashed away? It's a small thing, but we know it adds up, so we're proposing a much more convenient way to handle it. We'd like to introduce empty containers button on the bank deposit interface. This would act much like... I don't think we need to read all this. This makes a lot of sense. Yeah, sounds good to me. The fact that plats aren't usable at this point is very sus. JMod's Third Age merching, surely. Like, there's no reason not to do it. I imagine there is a reason not to do it. And I would imagine that reason is the code for the Grand Exchange is old and very fucking clunky. and it would probably take someone 5 months to figure out how to use platinum tokens on the Grand Exchange without fucking destroying the entire game. That's probably why they haven't done it yet, but I imagine they will eventually, right? At some point, regular items are going to be worth more than max cash, not just third age. Like when Yama comes out, I'm pretty positive if the Scythe is best in slot, the Scythe will go to max cash. At that point, I don't think they have a choice. I think they have to make the platinum tokens usable on the Grand Exchange at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. The amount of times I've accidentally bought a flip at the sell price instead of my buy price because I've clicked the sale instead, kill me now, that happens to the best of us, mate. And that's just 5 mil down the drain to tax. There's nothing you can do about it. It's GG. It's GG at that point. Okay, rebuy feature. We're also exploring a repeat last offer feature on the Grand Exchange. This will remember the last item you purchased, including its price and potentially the quantity, and give you the option to recreate that offer in just a few clicks. It's perfect for regular rebuys for anyone wanting a quicker way back into the market. These tweaks are designed to keep things clean and convenient, no hidden strings, and just smarter systems. Cool. Seems good to me. We on 3 or 12 ads an hour today? 3. I changed it back. I don't have the analytics on how much money I made yesterday, though. I do, actually. Wait. I think I need to wait for it to update a little bit more. Because it's saying I didn't make anything extra yesterday, which doesn't make any sense. We'll see. But yeah, I changed the ads back. I hope. Monetization, ads. Yeah, we're back to 3 minutes. We're good. Do I have to click save or something? No, we're good. We're good. Okay. Standardized reward and deposit interfaces. Ever notice how some reward chests and deposit menus have their options in different order every time? One moment inventory is first, next time it's bank, and sometimes discard sneaks it to where you last expect it. It's like trying to grab your usual groceries only to find the entire store latest changed out overnight. Yep, that happens all the time. This is a tactic that grocery stores use. They will often change the layout of where their items are in the store so that people will have to spend more time in the store and are more likely to make impulse purchases. So it is quite annoying, but it is quite a frequent thing. We're fixing it. Moving forward, we're standardizing these interfaces so that options always appear in the consistent order. Whether you're looting a raid chest, collecting a minigame reward, or interacting with similar menus, you always know exactly where to click. Cool. Other changes. Not every update has to be a grand spectacle. Sometimes it's the little changes that make the biggest impact on your day-to-day adventures in Gillinor. Whether it's saving your hard-earned chin chompers, making bonfires a more viable fire-making method, or fixing some bizarre mechanics that defy all logic. Defy? These tweaks are designed to make your life just a little bit easier. Here's what we got lined up. Chinchomper insurance. Losing Chinchompers to a disconnect or PVM death feels awful. You've worked hard for those squeaky little explosives and it's frustrating when they just disappear into the void. We're changing that. We want to make any unprotected chins go straight to your gravestone or death pile, just like normal items, so you have a chance to recover them. We're also removing the destroy option because who wants to intentionally destroy a cute little Chinchomper? Not you. With this change, they would have a drop option instead. In PVM, your chins will stick around like any other loot. In PvP, no changes. Your opponent still gets your unprotected chins fair and square. I think the only argument against this would be I struggled, so you have to too. I don't see how this could possibly be a bad thing. This would piss me off because of the amount of times I've died for my chins. I think that's an experience that everyone should have to go through, but it doesn't affect me whatsoever. So make the change. You know what I'm saying? Make the fucking change. And then I thought they were removing the destroy option. I was like, I destroy my chins all the time. You know what I'm saying? You want me to suffer? I do. Respectfully, yeah, I do. Bonfires, a fairer XP rate. Bonfires exist as a more relaxed way to train firemaking, but in reality, they're barely used. The XP per log is so low that almost no one bothers with them, meaning they serve little practical function in the game. To address this, we're adjusting bonfires so they grant the same XP per log as manually lighting fires, while still keeping their overall XP per hour lower than an individual log burning. This change won't make bonfires the new meta, but it will make them a more viable option for those who prefer laid-back training method without feeling like they're missing out. That's crazy. That's so good. That means I can get 99 fire making on all my accounts. You know what I'm saying, guys? I can do bonfires. I can do fucking bonfires. Hell yeah, dude. That's crazy. That's fire. Can somebody ban that guy, please? That's fire. Shut up, dude. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What are bonfires? Okay. For those that don't know what bonfires are, let me show you. Let me get my tinderbox out. This is a bonfire. If you go light a fire and then you use a log on it, you just light fires like this. Currently, you get 1/3 the XP. 1/3 is the XP you get from these currently. So this would change it from getting 50 XP to 150 XP, which is crazy. But I think currently they're faster than lighting fires, no? I think they're currently faster than lighting fires. It is. This is far faster than lighting fires. So I guess they're going to slow this process down by quite a bit, and increase the XP per log. So I like that because it's not gonna change anything. It just makes things more AFK, which is fantastic. We love AFK here. You know what I mean? If there's one thing I love about RuneScape, it's not having to actually actively play the game. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? The gout tuber mystery. Right now, the higher your woodcutting level, the harder it is to find a gout tuber, which makes absolutely no sense. Instead of punishing players for leveling up, we're flipping the script so that higher woodcutting levels actually increase your chance of finding one. This means less time mindlessly chopping jungle, more time doing literally anything else, and maybe, just maybe, less frustration when trying to get your hands on this elusive root. This is fucked, guys. What about my brand new hardcore Iron Man that has one woodcutting that I was trying to get a gout tuber on? This is so fucked for me. What the hell? Incamdo hammers on Entrana. Entrana's always had some strict rules about weapons you can and can't bring, but there's a bit of a head scratcher when it comes to the Incamdo hammer. Despite being considered a weapon, the Incamdo hammer has 0 stats and doesn't even speed up unarmed combat. So why can't it be brought onto Entrana? One clever skiller even reported that their niche methods could benefit from bringing the Incamdo hammer. What? Who's doing this? Who's going to Entrana to smith things? Who's this for? What the fuck? That's crazy. Imagine not paying someone 15 mil for the gout tuber and logging out so you can quickly yoink it. That's true. That is what you should be doing. Mate, I can tell you that all roots are elusive. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to vote no to this, guys. I'm going to vote no to this because who the fuck asked for it? And this is just one dude on his, like, fucking Entrana locked chunk man, ultimate Iron Man, that wants this. So I'm going to vote no specifically just for that one fucking guy. Fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that guy. Miscellaneous. These changes are a few neat quality of life updates coming for you. To remove the headache of some of your daily grind, we left these changes unpolled and we're confident you'll like them. Auto queuing bird's nest. With this update, click once on a bird's nest and now they'll auto queue. Oh, they'll just open themselves. Guys, I can open 100,000 bird's nests. I can do it on 10 accounts now. They're going to auto open. I can redo that video. Yes. Let's go. Keeping the bird's nest. It's a crazy update for Iron Man bird nests from Redwoods. I don't know what that means. Keeping the nest. If you get a beginner clue scroll from a bird's nest in a member's world, you'll be able to keep the nest. Oh, that's pretty good. Streamline setting for new players. For new players, we're making the settings menu easier to navigate. We'll hide some of the options that aren't immediately relevant, so you're not overwhelmed by the full range of settings. right from the get-go. It's a simpler, less intimidating experience for newcomers. Did you know tip in the chat. Get a helpful did you know tip when you log in. From useful hints to fun facts, these tips will appear in the chat and you'll be able to customize the colors and settings. Not your thing? No worries. You can toggle it off at any time. It's a little something to help you along your journey. Seems good to me. Wise Old Man updates. The Wise Old Man is expanding his services. He'll now accept a wider range of quest-related items when you use his service to remove items from your bank. It's never been easy to clear out your bank space and prepare for your next adventure. Shades of Morton update. We're adding an empty option to the Shades of Morton coffin while inside the bank interface. This will allow you to directly deposit shade remains into your bank without any extra steps. It's a small change, but one we hope you'll find useful. No more delays at fishing spots. Say goodbye to annoying delays at fishing spots. When a fishing spot moves while you're running towards it. Now you can click to move right to the new location without interruptions. We're making these fishing trips a lot smoother. Cool. Toggle for snow effects. For players who might find the snow effects on Waterbirth Island uncomfortable, we're adding a setting that allows you to toggle the visibility of falling snow. Accessibility matters, and we hope this update will give you the option to enjoy the game without those extra visual distractions. Fair enough. Giant's Foundry bonus action ticks. In the Giant's Foundry, if you nail a bonus action tick perfectly, you'll recover a portion of any missed quality. This should make your bonus actions even more rewarding and give you a little extra for precision. What the fuck is a bonus action? What the fuck is a bonus action? When your bar goes yellow? You ever done the Giant's Foundry? Yeah. You click it and it speeds it up quicker? What? Are you dead ass? It does 2 actions instead of 1? You didn't know? No, I didn't fucking know, bro. What? I've only ever done Giant's Foundry in leagues, man. The bar goes yellow, you click the thing again, it makes things faster. Bro, that is not intuitive at all. First of all, who's doing the fucking... Obviously, it's in the tutorial. Who's doing that? Not me. You know what I'm saying? Per sword, you get 3 ticks where you can click the station. It gives a giga boost. The plugin makes the box green. Just click the plugin when it's... everyone, you're baiting. I'm leaving. I'm not baiting, bro. I did not know this. I've never done the fucking Giant's Foundry. I've done it on leagues. That's it, man. That's the only time I've ever done it. That's crazy. That's crazy. No more delay with cat chasing rats. We're fixing the pesky delay caused by cats chasing rats. Your character actions will no longer be delayed during this animation, making it smoother to get things done without any hiccups. Very nice. You're the most autistic person I know when it comes to RuneScape. There's no way. Okay, I'm sorry, Ginger Biddy. There's no way I'm the most autistic person you know when it comes to RuneScape. There's no way I'm the most autistic person you know when it comes to RuneScape. You have met so many RuneScape creators. I'm not going to name any names, but come on, bro. You're trolling. Updated trap placement. We've improved the placement of hunting traps at various spots, making it easier to set up and more efficient for players looking to maximize their hunter training. One of the biggest beneficiaries of this change is net traps for salamanders, which should now feel much smoother to place. No more awkward setups, just efficient, hassle-free trapping. Stackable hunter traps. Say goodbye to inventory clutter. All traps are now stackable in your inventory. Very nice. Small meat pouch. You know what I'm saying? Small meat pouch? Yeah, you get it. Sorry. You'll be able to use the small meat pouch near banks. It's a small change, but it's a big help for streamlining your hunting process. No more extra trips to the bank to load up your pouch. Tower of Life. You no longer have a random chance to find nothing when searching the Tower of Life crates during the quest. Winter Toad. The warmth overhead bar in Wintertop will be made narrower to avoid visual clutter, especially during populated fights. The additional player's health bar will no longer appear alongside the warmth bar when you get hit by the cold. And that's it. That's it. I mean, look, guys. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you here. I think the clue scroll changes are good, and I don't know what people are crying about. And the rest of the changes are just, it will make the game easier for people. And the only people that are going to cry about it are those that don't want, those that had to struggle, so they want others to struggle as well. So I think everything in there seems pretty good. So people that just want to cry, yeah, people just want to have a fucking whinge about things, man, and there's not much you can do about it at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's the end of the day. But if it's not the end of the day, then it's not the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not bad at all.